Hello there! In this video, we'll walk you through the complete manufacturing work order process for a part that includes a bill of materials, BOM. You'll see how to generate and manage detailed production orders, perform quality checks, finalize the work order once production is completed, and wrap up by creating an internal invoice, giving you a clear, practical understanding of every stage in the manufacturing life cycle. Let's get started! To initiate the manufacturing process, the first step is to create a manufacturing work order. This begins by adding the appropriate bill of materials, BOM, parts to the parent part. Start by locating the part for which you want to generate the manufacturing work order. Use the global search function, enter the part number, and select the correct result. Once you're on the part detail screen, navigate to the part BOM part hierarchy section. Here, click the Add Item icon to begin adding BOM parts. A pop-up window will appear, allowing you to either enter the BOM part number directly or search for it using the lookup option. After selecting the BOM part, specify the unit of measure, UOM, and then enter the required quantity needed to manufacture one parent item. If there are any related tasks that should be linked to this BOM part, you can either enter the task code manually or search for it using the provided field. Once all the required details are filled in, click the Save icon to add the BOM part to the hierarchy. Repeat this process for each additional BOM part required for the parent part. Once the BOM structure is fully defined, you can proceed to create the manufacturing work order. Scroll to the top of the part detail screen and locate the Create Manufacturing Work Order icon in the upper right-hand corner. Click this icon to access the work order creation pop-up. In the dialog box, specify the quantity of the part you intend to produce, then click the Save button to generate the work order. At this point, the manufacturing work order is successfully created and ready to proceed through the remaining stages of production, including material issuance, quality checks, and completion. On the manufacturing work order screen, begin by identifying the customer for whom the order is being created. You can do this by either entering the customer name or searching using the lookup feature. If a customer purchase order, PO, number exists, it can also be entered at this stage for reference and traceability. Additionally, if the manufacturing work order is linked to a specific sales order, search for or enter the relevant sales order number. Once all customer and order-related details are filled in, click the Save icon located at the top corner of the screen to update the work order. Here, you will notice that all previously defined BOM parts associated with the parent part are automatically populated within the order, streamlining the production preparation. Now let's walk through a scenario on how to effectively manage a shortage of parts or back-ordered parts on an order within the system. You can select the checkbox for the specific back-ordered part and generate a purchase order using the Generate PO icon directly from here. Or you can hover over the procurement module and from the drop-down options, select the product requirements screen. This is your central dashboard for monitoring material demand, shortages, and BOM-driven requirements for all manufacturing orders. On this screen, filter the results to focus on BOM items that are running short by clicking on the magnifying glass, selecting the Show BOM Items option, and clicking the Search button. The system will now display a refined list of BOM parts that are below required inventory levels. This real-time visibility allows your team to act proactively rather than reactively. Next, select the checkbox for the BOM part to be replenished, and then click the Procurement button. Then, select the desired vendor for the purchase order and click the Generate button. With just this action, the system will automatically initiate the purchase order creation process. If you would like to explore the purchase order lifecycle in more detail, be sure to check out our dedicated videos on comprehensive approaches to purchase order creation and receiving. Moving forward, to include quality procedures, switch back to the created manufacturing work order, where you can add any required tasks under the Tasks section. Click on the Add New Task button, then either enter or search for the required task code. Input the standard repair time, SRT hours, allocated for this task, which helps in planning workload and cost estimations. With the task in place, the next step is to initiate the picking of BOM parts, which can be efficiently performed using the mobile application. To enable this, navigate to the work order section on the screen and update the status of the work order to scheduled and click the save icon on the top right corner of the screen. This status change is crucial as it allows the assigned technician or operator to access the work order via the mobile app and proceed with the e-picking process. To begin the e-picking process, log in to the mobile application. Once logged in, on the dashboard, you'll find the e-picking option. Clicking on this will open a pop-up screen to choose your preferred picking method. Select the work order option to proceed. Once you choose the work order option, a list of work orders that are ready for picking will appear on the screen. From this list, select the desired work order by clicking on it. The next screen will display important details, including the customer information, project details, and a list of all the BOM parts that are available for picking under this work order. You will be able to review all the parts and select the ones you wish to pick by checking the corresponding boxes next to each part. Once you've selected the parts you need, click the Start Picking button to move forward. The next screen will prompt you to scan or manually enter the BOM part number to confirm the item you're picking. You'll then be asked to scan or type in the picking location to ensure that it matches the location specified in the work order. This step is essential for confirming that the correct parts are being picked from the designated location. You'll also have the option to verify the quantity of the BOM parts being picked to reflect the correct amount. After adjusting the quantity, click the Pick and Next button to continue. If there are more parts in the work order, simply repeat this process for each part. Once all parts have been picked and confirmed, click the Pick and Next button one final time to complete the process. At this point, you will have successfully picked all the BOM parts associated with the work order. After picking the BOM parts, proceed to update the status of the manufacturing work order as production complete. This can be done in two ways. Let us look into them. Firstly, return to the work order details screen in the web application, where you will notice that the used quantity has been updated for the parts that were picked. Let us now proceed to define the production details. For this, scroll to the production details section. Click the Add icon to open a new pop-up screen for entering the required details. Begin by confirming or adjusting the quantity to be produced, then enter or search for the location where production will take place. If applicable, input a lot number to maintain lot traceability and add any notes that may be useful for production staff or quality inspectors. If this manufacturing process is linked to a particular project, enter the corresponding project code for proper project tracking. Next, if you want to track cost of equipment used to manufacture this item, add a meter reading to the work order. Start by selecting or entering the appropriate meter reading type. Then, specify the time spent. Input hours and minutes, after which the system will automatically calculate and display the associated cost based on predefined settings. Once all fields are completed, click the Save icon to record the production details. This action successfully updates the work order with all necessary production-related inputs and enables the option to perform a quality check. Another way to do this, the first step would be to log into the mobile application. Once you're logged in, you'll be directed to the dashboard where you'll find the Production Complete option. On this screen, you'll begin by either scanning or manually entering the manufacturing work order number. As soon as the work order is entered, the system automatically retrieves and displays the production item to be produced along with their required quantity details. Next, review and verify the quantity produced field. This step is important because it confirms the actual production output being recorded into inventory. Once done, you'll be asked to scan or enter the bin location to ensure that it matches the location specified in the work order. If the produced items are tracked by lot, you can enter the lot number associated with the order. In addition, the system allows you to record both the manufacturing date and the expiry date, giving you full visibility into product lifecycle tracking. Before finalizing, you can include any relevant notes, such as production comments, quality observations, or internal references. Once all fields are verified and completed, click the Save icon to finalize the entry. This step officially records the production quantity. Once the production work has been completed for all items, you can then proceed with quality check. Once the production details have been successfully added to the manufacturing work order, you now have the option to either reject certain quantities if necessary or proceed with the quality check to validate the completed output. When you need to reject a certain quantity during production, start by navigating to the Production Details section, where you will find an option labeled Reject Quantity. Clicking this button opens a pop-up window that allows you to enter the quantity that needs to be rejected and the appropriate reason for rejection, if any. After verifying the current location information, select the storage location where the rejected material will be stored within your facility. If there are any additional details that would help document the situation, you can also include notes in the provided field. Once all the information has been entered and verified, simply click the Save button to finalize the entry. After saving, the system automatically updates the quality assurance details associated with the ORD, ensuring that the rejection is reflected in the production records. Now, to initiate the quality inspection, click the Quality Check button. A confirmation prompt will appear to ensure the quality check has been completed. Click Yes to confirm. This action logs the quality check against the production record, indicating that the manufactured items have met the required quality standards. Following a successful quality check to maintain thorough documentation, you have the option to upload relevant attachments at the end of the screen. Click the File, Upload button, choose the desired upload method, and attach any necessary files. This might include quality inspection reports, production photos, or compliance certificates. Now that all the production, quality, and transfer steps have been successfully completed, the next stage is generating the manufacturing labels for the BOM finished product. To begin, switch back to the iM3 web application. From the main navigation menu, hover over the Warehouse tab, and from the drop-down list, select the Manufacturing Palletization process. This section is designed specifically for organizing produced items into cases and pallets, while generating the corresponding labels used for identification and tracking. Once the palletization screen opens, start by entering the work order number associated with the production you just completed. As soon as the work order number is entered, the system will automatically retrieve and populate the relevant BOM part details. Before proceeding, take a moment to review and verify the information displayed on the screen. Confirm that the lot number, expiration date, and quantity produced, the case configuration, and pallet details align with the order details. After confirming that all the information is correct, you can print the labels. Depending on your operational requirements, you can choose to print case labels, pallet labels, or both. Simply click the appropriate print option within the system, and the labels will be generated. Once the labels are printed, slap the labels onto the manufactured finished product pallet. This ensures that each unit is properly identified and ready for the next stage of handling. By following this process, you ensure that all manufactured items are clearly labeled, traceable, and properly organized within the warehouse system. Once the labels are generated and everything looks good, navigate to the Work Orders section and update the status of the work order to completed, and click the Save icon on the top right corner of the screen. At this stage, a Generate Invoice icon will become visible in the top right corner of the work order screen. Click on this icon to initiate the invoicing process. The system will generate an internal invoice based on the finalized work order details. Once the invoice is generated, verify all the relevant information. If everything appears correct, proceed to update the invoice status to Approved by selecting the required status from the drop-down menu. Then, click the Save icon located in the top right corner of the screen to confirm and finalize the invoice. This marks the successful completion of the entire manufacturing work order processing and the generation and approval of the invoice. This internal invoice can then be posted to the accounting platform to update the asset account. This wraps up our demonstration of the complete manufacturing work order workflow for BOM parts. Please do not hesitate to contact iM3 support for further questions.